Up first in Bachelor Nation news, the return to sand is almost upon us, and now we have an official premiere date and location for Bachelor in Paradise Season 10. The first Scott Teddy helm season of the Bachelor All-Star Game is currently shooting in Costa Rica instead of Mexico, where every prior season has taken place, and it will premiere on ABC on Monday, July 7th at 8 p.m., and we will be seeing it streaming later on Hulu.
Dark Lord Jesse Palmer will be returning to be the hosting overlord, while Mr. Sarah Hyland, Wells Adams, will be reprising his role as smug bartender. LOL. But he will have to up his game if he wants to maintain relevance on sand, as this season he will be standing shoulder to shoulder with the sand beast herself, the Hannah Brown, who will render underlording duties with Adams.
This season will also feature some all-star play from some of the Golden players from both Golden Bachelor Season 1 and Golden Bachelorette Season 1. Golden players Gary Levinston and Leslie Fema have been confirmed, and regular players Zoe McGrady, Hakeem Moulton, and Jonathan Johnson have also been confirmed. We're anxiously awaiting the full cast list, but there are some unconfirmed rumors floating around that we might be seeing Kat Izzo, Sam McKinney, Parisa Shifta, Bailey Brown, and Tanner Cortad on sand.
Sam McKinney.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what that man does on sand.
Absolutely looking very forward to that. I think that these changes are good. The Costa Rica thing, I think, is good. And the thing that in this little news piece that I'm most excited about is it's premiering on Monday. So that means it's coming back to Mondays. Hopefully they won't do this Tuesday, Thursday weird shit. And that's a very good sign in terms of ABC's investment in this franchise. Mm-hmm. They are willing to program this back to Monday nights to say Bachelor is Monday night or Monday night is Bachelor night, however you want to look at it.
Schedule your viewing parties. We're not going to mess with you again.
Hopefully. This seems like a very good sign to me. All of these things, and we're about to get to another piece of news that's also a very good sign, but it just seems like they are putting the support behind this. They are understanding that there are viewing patterns well established in the fandom of this show, and they are adhering to those patterns. I think it's good, all of this.
Up next in Bachelor Nation news, more Paradise news. It seems that ABC has upped its promotion game for the upcoming season 10 of Bachelor in Paradise by flying out a group of influencers and people in the world of Bachelor coverage to make social media about the location and get interviews with players and hosts. One of the Bachelor podcast hosts at K York City is among the influencers currently in Costa Rica on ABC's dime. And she recently made a TikTok explaining that she and the other invitees will not appear in the show itself, but instead are there to document the field of play and interact with some of the players. K York City is joined by Bran Flakes, 1.2 million on TikTok, Louis Levanti, 2.4 million on TikTok, Lauren Ashley Beck, 539.8K on TikTok, and Us Weekly's Sarah Heron, among others.
This marks a decided shift from ABC's hardcore anti-social media promotion policy the show has suffered from in the past, and hints that perhaps the network is open to new methods of promotion for the show. While we don't know where this idea to include outside journalists and influencers in the promotion of the season comes from, it seems likely that Scott Teddy had something to do with it, at least to me. Whoever had the idea, it's great, and we here at Gore are looking very forward to our official invitation to cover BIP Season 11.
We're ready. Just like Nick Thompson's lawsuit. It'll just give us more time to prepare for our invitation.
I mean, looking at some of these numbers, though, K York City is kind of up there too.
We gotta get some TikTok numbers going.
These Bran Flakes and Louis Levanti are like over 1 million TikTok followers. I don't know. we gotta up our game. But Sarah Heron's
Follow
there.
us on TikTok, everyone.
Sarah Heron has like 1,000 followers on TikTok. That said,
but she works for Us Weekly.
Yeah, she's part of the corporate machine. But I think this is a great sign. It's like these influencers might be they're being paid obviously to be there. At least their flight and stuff is covered. Like they're getting a free trip there. And I think all of these people are like in the business of just kind of like general promotion of media and entertainment and whatever. They're kind of like the new version of Entertainment Tonight or something. Mm-hmm. So I don't think that the ABC feels any risk that these people would come there and say nasty shit about VIP, you know, because I don't think they cover stuff objectively, really. But that said, the door is open for that type of thing to happen. The fact that they understand that having these influencers cover even before the series comes out, just like in anticipation of it being shot, and they're there while it's being shot. The fact that somebody now at ABC, maybe through the hand of Scott Teddy, understands this is how you promote the show is fucking amazing. And they better be doing this for every season of every Bachelor product.
I agree.
And like I said, we're ready.
We will do a great job of it next year. I think that'll be enough time for Clues to recover before his next mini move.
Yeah, for real. It did take its physical toll on me. I judged a fucking Hooju competition. You don't think I can do that in The Bachelor? 100% I can. You
are the
coach.
only judge who should be there. Maybe you and DLP, but that's it.
I think it should be me, and I want
Kelsey Weir.
I want Ryan Lochte because I think he's funny and he's an Olympian. He understands judging. He understands Olympic type shit. Kelsey Weir, yes. And I want Serena. Serena did a fucking great Hooju on Matt James' season. And she Hooju'd.
She did.
I think the tallest anchor in Bachelor history. Wasn't he the tallest guy? 6'5", maybe he tied with somebody else. Grant Ellis is probably up there too. I could put together a good like celebrity and legacy Bachelor player, little mini panel of 2 to 3 people. Of course, you'll have DLP there.
Mm-hmm.
And I
maybe
want
start
Wells
wearing
Adams
your glasses more.
Ooh.
Maybe that'll help.
Okay, I will.
For the respectability.
Well, you know what we should do? We should make a how-to Hooju video where we go out in the park and we get some people to Hooju and I break it all down. We'll put that on the internet. Let that get us 1 million TikTok followers. Then maybe they'll invite me.
Look, we need some ringers to do this because I've only attempted one Hooju in my life and it was on sand. So I think the degree of difficulty was really hard, but it was extremely difficult.
I'm telling you.
You have to be athletic.
Yes. I watched these 4 couples do these Hoojus and they were all pretty good. I have to say they all had like skill. It was like funny and whatever, but they were all adhering to like the 4 components of the Hooju very well. They were putting in strong effort. It was just like this one couple, they were just super athletic. I don't know how else to describe it. And when you're that close to it, watching it, you're like, oh no, I know this is kind of jokey or whatever, but like they legitimately have to be high level athletes that can do some physical shit in order to render a good Hooju.
I know who you should get on the panel of judges, Simone Biles.
Yep. Wait, isn't she friends with Bailey Brown? No, it was Coco Gauff, I think.
But she is friends with Becca Kufrin. That's your in. Mm-hmm.
So we get the Tropical Royale. We get her best friend, Simone Biles.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Get that little baby there too. Little body trash can.
Little body's first steps are a Hooju.
Yeah.
All right.
No, we already saw Little Body's first steps. They were with Simone Biles.
Yeah. God damn.
Allegedly.
Maybe she'd do it. Up next in Bachelor Nation news, Mrs. Grocery Store, a.k.a. Serena Pitt, has received her U.S. green card just in time for the end of America. Serena was originally a member of the Canadian North, but currently plays for the New York City Influence with her sauce monster grocery store, Joe Amabile. Amabile? How do you say his last name? I never know.
That sounds right.
Amabile.
Last week, Serena shared on social media that her green card interview didn't go as planned because she was missing a necessary document. So she flew back to the Big Apple, got the doc, and went back to Montreal for another interview at the U.S. consulate.
And this week, Serena shared the exciting news that her green card has been approved. As she prepared for the interview, Serena said, "Second time's the charm. I know the length of this process can be a little bit different for everyone. I've got some of my grandmother's jewelry on for good luck, and I have my very big binder, and it has everything that I need in it. Essentially, what this interview is for is to verify all the documentation that I submitted online and to ensure that my marriage is legitimate and that we got married for all the right reasons, as ironic as that is."
It's just a link to the podcast. Then a few hours later, Serena posted a photo smiling with her binder captioned, all caps, approved, checkmark emoji. After 2.5 years and many bumps along the way, this morning my U.S. green card application was approved at my interview in Montreal. Anyone who has been through this process knows how draining and defeating it can be at times, but we finally made it. Congrats to Serena on this next step of her life as a legal resident of our crumbling country.
I just had to get a couple things in there.
Yeah, get them. Get them.
Next up in Bachelor Nation news, season 11 Bachelorette and haver of sex before the fantasy suites, Kaitlyn Bristowe announced that she will be rewatching her season of The Bachelorette on her podcast, Off the Vine.
On an Instagram reel, the one true goat Gore Girl claimed that she has never watched the entire season all the way through, and she does not know how she will feel about it now that her season is 10 years old. And Bristowe added that she will not be doing this alone. We don't have any confirmation on who the secret guest watchers will be with Bristowe outside a brief moment in the Instagram reel when Chris Harrison's head pops up at the bottom. Will the Dark Lord emerge from his shadowy hiding place to lay eyes on Bristowe's old season? Will the Great One himself render a slow judgment on his performance in her season? Time will tell, but we're excited to see what Bristowe puts together for this unique watch back experience. There's no way your Great One is doing this not on his own Patreon. You know, some of the clips that she has in that Instagram reel from her season to kind of like tantalize. One of them has Vial in a big sombrero singing her a song. And I was like, oh, fuck, I forgot he did that. Great. It's wild. I forgot that. Dang. Yeah. Vial has some crazy fucking plays. He has crazy plays in both of his seasons. Do you remember the mime thing? I just remember the sad mime. Yeah. Yeah. That shit. Like, he did some wild fucking play back in his rookie and sophomore seasons. Yeah, I don't know if that sombrero thing will really hold up. Totally holds up. No problems with it whatsoever. It's totally fine. Please rate this podcast. Please review this podcast. Please get a friend to listen to us. And then please rate this podcast. Please review this podcast.